right, guys, we are here with none other than Brody Shreds. Now, I've seen what this guy's looking like recently, and unfortunately, he is very lean, which is going to be harder on us. I've been lucky to collab with some beaters who haven't been on the cut recently, and it's made me look good. It's been great.
But now, I seen you with legs. You were looking insane.
But that's the thing. He was like higher body fat, so it was like great.
Right.
It was great for me.
Yeah.
But you. All right, Austin, start the counter. How many times are we gonna get stopped during this lift? It's a heavy machine.
Is it?
Yeah, so whatever you typically do, you'll probably have to do a little bit less.
Yeah. I've never flat bench pressed on Smith.
Really?
I swear.
Once you get the feeling down, it feels really good.
Really?
Right? Yeah, so all you're doing is basically doing the same things you would do with the flat, but all you're doing, obviously, is you're not benching up and back, it's just straight out.
Yeah, so for your warm-ups, what you usually do?
For warm-ups?
Like,
I literally just do a few reps lighter, and then a few reps heavier, and then until I get to my working weight. I don't do anything fancy, nothing complicated.
Yeah.
It's just good hard work. As when it touches your chest, your elbow will be directly under your hand.
Okay, how's that?
So
let's see.
That probably. All right, so you're probably gonna touch really high on your chest. So back up.
You like your head all the way this far back?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what will happen is it'll touch right around your sternum here. Yep. Good. Yep. And re-rack. Cool. Is that an okay height to re-rack, or does it cause a little bit too much to go?
I have to lift my shoulder blades up a little bit, but
let's bring it down just a little bit then, before we run into an issue. Good. Nice. Let's make this a set. Go. Good. Come on. Yep. Up. Good. Let's go. Up. And re-rack.
I do like that feeling though.
Sorry?
I do like that feeling.
It's all about positioning. Because like a lot of times people will write off a Smith because they're like, it feels so weird, and it's because they're touching up here.
Right.
Because they're used to unracking it up here and then coming down to here.
Yeah.
But if you unrack it up here and you do that, it feels super awkward. Yeah. So you have to set up so that it's already gonna touch a bit lower on the chest.
Nice.
And if you do that, you'll probably be okay.
I like that. Nice. Oh. Quick and easiness. Oh yeah.
All right,
Okay.
So typically what I'll do, let's say we have 3 or 4 sets for this, right? If I know that it's gonna be 3 sets, then what I'll do is I'll leave like 1 or 2 RIR on the first one, 1 RIR for sure on the second one, and then on the last one, I'll either do it to like the last like real grinder rep, or if I overshoot, then it'll be failure, right? And because I know I'll also have an incline press coming after that. And if I go like to failure on each of these ones, my incline press is gonna suffer so much that I'm not gonna get as much out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like it basically is taking away from my ability to progress on the exercises that follow.
That's a great point.
And so if I take and I like kind of taper it upwards in the intensity, I find that I get much better overall progression in the long term. Otherwise, I feel like I just end up burning out and stalling on the same weight over and over again.
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
it's not a black or white thing. Like you still can grow and you still can progress, like taking everything to failure. And I've done it before in the past. It's like it just found that like as I started to get to these like more advanced levels, it just became tougher and tougher to take every set to failure and continue to progress.
Now, when I say failure, that's like I'm going till I know for a fact I can't get another rep. I'm not actually failing.
Oh, that's not failure.
Okay,
man.
sorry.
No,
sorry.
So that's what I mean when I say the grinder rep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So like grinder rep. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a very good spot to go to.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be like some people call that 0 RR. Typically, I call that 1.
Yeah.
Just because like have you ever Schrodinger? Have you ever heard of that? Like
no, actually no.
Yeah, like if you put a cat in a box and like you don't open the box, the cat can be thought of as both dead and alive. You don't really know. That's the way I think of it when it comes to RIR, because it's like, okay, like you think that was the last rep you could do, but you really like you legitimately cannot know with 100% certainty unless you went for it, because something could surprise you.
Yeah.
So typically I call that 1 RIR just to keep safe. But no, the grinder rep, that's a very good spot to live.
Yeah, love that. Hell yeah. One, two.
Yep. Yes, sir. Up. Good. Up. Nice. And one more. Let's go. Up. And ramp.
Damn, that feels heavy.
See, that's a good one because now, after that one, you know that you can probably still match the same intensity, or not the same intensity, but the same overall reps for the next one. If you'd gone like all the way to failure on that first one, you wouldn't have got that same performance with this one, and the next one would have suffered even more.
100%. Great point.
So
it's good.
You'll be doing. You're flying right now, though.
Nice. So smooth. Love it. Yep. Nice.
Safe to say we're probably looking at about a 70-pound bar.
Yeah.
Based on just overall performance.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better because I'm like, damn.
No, and that's the thing. It kind of sucks because like now people are like, whoa, these guys are not as strong as I expected.
Yeah.
It's like, just a heavy bar.
I thought I might have been just feeling it after today. Okay, that's better to hear.
No. You have a valid excuse.
Yeah.
At least I hope you do, because then I have a valid excuse too.
Do you run at all?
Not at all. Well, okay, I used to, right? I was a soccer player.
Oh.
So I was very cardio based for a long time. Once it was done though.
Actually, I was about to say I didn't know that, but I think I seen a video of you dribbling.
Yeah. Little highlight vid, but.
Yeah, you got a little some hidden talents. Did you? You just played high school, or you played college?
College, yeah.
Nice.
No, but then once it was done, for me, I was like, it's done. I'm gonna move on, do whatever else I need to do.
We're both athletes. I played baseball in college.
Nice. Yeah. What position?
Center field.
Oh, shoot.
Put the camera on that.
Yo. Oh, you missed it. You could have shown a guy almost get the catch. 2 guys almost died in the course of 2 minutes. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Come on. Yep. Good. Yep. Up and right. But the thing is, whenever you take and you leave that like little bit off on those first 2 sets, people are always surprised that they're able to pretty much match the reps for almost all 3 sets. Whereas you probably would have gone, if you'd gone to failure in the first one, you might have got to 6, but if you 6 and a failure, and then you would have gone down to 4, and then you would have gone down to 2 or 3.
That's good.
And you miss out on a lot of that extra.
That's good. Oh yeah. What you chewing on?
I just suck on Jolly Ranchers while I work out.
Oh really?
It makes it more enjoyable for me. People can be a little bit more particular on their upper chest movements.
Yeah.
What's your preferred upper chest movement?
Upper chest movement. So we have a machine. What do we just call it? Incline, or the incline machine? That's what we call it. But it's usually it's plate loaded incline machine.
They probably have one here, I would guess.
They got to. I think that would be over there.
All right. Is it that one right there?
I'm on it.
There's nobody on it, so we might want to snag it right now. I'll get these plates off.
Yeah.
No, I'm very flexible. People think that because I enjoy the science that I'm going to be like super rigid and not happy if I'm not. I love doing whatever. So like, whatever you are like, okay, that looks like the one that I would prefer doing, I'll do.
Yeah, well let's do it and teach me your way.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really that different.
Yeah.
It might be the same.
Okay.
But nothing crazy. It's just I know that because of the way that gravity operates, this is going to be its absolute heaviest at the top.
Right.
And as it gets to the top, you're dealing with less and less pec and more tricep. So all I do is I just either at the beginning I might let momentum carry me through, but I'm not purposely trying to lock out.
Right.
It's like you'll see people they'll get to here and they'll be like, I'm going to grind for that. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, that's not really about my chest anymore. That's just what can my triceps do. So I'm going to stay through this range and just be okay with it, rather than taking and forcing myself into this lockout.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do. This is really low. We're really high.
Really? That's been your problem the whole time, the seat height.
Is just take and keep it through this range right here. Enjoy your lift.
Right here?
Yeah.
And you put your head down?
Sorry? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. People worry way too much about their head position. Just do what feels comfortable.
Okay.
Nice. And you don't even have to pause, just continuous motion. It's always funny because the moment I tell somebody they don't need to pause, they start going a lot faster this way.
Yeah, that's true.
It's strange, but no, like you can still keep the same like
control,
but you just don't have to pause down.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that guy before, Daniel Raja?
Yes, Daniel's the homie.
What? So is he hurt right now? I saw him limping. He was like,
I'm not sure.
Kind of like. Is he hurting?
Yeah, I've already took a picture with him.
But like you see, he's like limping around.
Yeah, I think he got it.
He's about to come over.
Maybe he's carrying a plate.
Well, let's walk to him. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. You look hurt. You don't need to walk more.
No, I am.
Well, what
I'm hurt.
happened?
I think I tore my calf last night. But my boy, that guy right there is convinced I didn't tear it.
What were you doing?
So
Logan, you know Logan Dishman? He was benching and he had, I thought, 675 on the bar, but it's because it's the interlocker plate, so it's actually 800. And I went for a double overhand.
Pleasure to meet you.
I went for a double overhand, like,
Alex,
and I couldn't get it out of the rack.
Stacked.
So I was like, that's what I thought. So I went to Xerxes,
well,
picked it up, and I still couldn't get it out. So I used a calf.
Debut?
And I felt it rip like Velcro.
Debut.
Like, the back of my calf right here.
Still,
But his
debut
business
is
not torn.
crazy. As long as I can get 4 solid reps, I consider it a good set. But if I only got 4 reps on the first set, I'm not going to stick with that weight. I'm going to bring it down so I can make sure that I'm going to get it the next time.
Don't let ego get involved.
Yeah, but
Do you ever ego lift?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like it's not possible not to.
Yeah.
But it's like it'll be to the point where it's like I won't ever go for a weight where I know that I'm not going to be able to get 4 reps.
That's fair.
But if I go, I'll be like, maybe I can get it, and then I'll like hit 2 or 3, and I'll be like, dang it. But yeah.
See how this feels.
Yep. Nice. Yep. Good. Yep. Up. Good. Up. Nice. Yep. Yep. And done. I would bring it down a little bit just to be able to get, because like right now you're getting to about here. If you can get to here,
little bit out.
It's like literally like 2 inches, 3 inches more. Nothing
it
crazy.
Still feels, not all the way. I wouldn't lock out, but I would come like at least like right here. Still keep a little bend.
So I truly believe that there are, often people will want like a set study or a set piece of literature for everything, but I will literally watch guys like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath. I'll watch the way they lift, and you can learn a lot from those guys, even if they don't necessarily have an exact reason for the way they do things, or they're just like, and like if you watch like guys like Ronnie, I think people will be like, oh well, he trained bad and he got big, and I'm like, you actually watch his training. There's a lot of smart principles about it. I actually broke it down fully in a YouTube video at one point because I was so mad that people said that he trained bad.
Yeah.
And then like Jay Cutler, like I saw this from him where he was going like, and he just pumped out. I was like, and then I thought about the mechanics of it. I'm like, yeah, he's right. Like you don't have to actually take it all the way to lockout. Even if he didn't know exactly why, he felt it and he knew that it worked well.
It's good.
But
it's fun. Yep. Nice. Yep. Oh, hey. What's up, bro? How you doing? Doing good? Are you competing again?
oh yeah, I'm competing this summer. Yeah.
Summer? Okay.
That's why I'm like a little bit like people are like noticing more my physique. It's because I'm leaning out right now for summer for the show.
Okay, I thought you were about to say soon, because like you're lean right now.
I'm doing it much slower than usual, testing out the waters. I actually haven't even dropped my calories at all.
Really?
All I've done is I've just upped my activity like crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's nice. I get to eat a ton of food and still be like losing weight because I've been eating the same exact amount as I was in the off season.
That's good.
It's great. Nice. That's it. That's the one. Come on. Yep. Come on. Yep. Come on. One more. And done. One of the problems that I'll find with an exercise like this is because you don't lock out, you're like, oh, well, I can keep going.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then you'll know, but then if you're paying attention, you'll be like, okay, the range is getting a little bit shorter, and then you're just like, keep going, you're just like, when do I stop? Because it's just such an extreme strength curve.
Right. I love how he talks. Nice. Yep. Big on JM press?
Are you?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, where's your hand placement at?
So what you want is you want it to be like where it's gonna keep your elbows in, but your hands are gonna be maybe a little bit more in, right about there. And the goal is to have the elbows scrape the sides. So don't let the elbows flare, have them scrape the sides.
And are you coming like right at the upper chest?
Yeah, I usually touch about here.
Okay.
You'll find your exact spot with time. Yes, that's exactly it. Yep, that's perfect. And as you get tired, your elbows are gonna wanna flare out, but instead of letting them flare out, re-rack it if it's going to make your elbows flare out. Because that means your triceps are cooked at that point. Yep, up, 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 good.
Okay.
And a big part of the problem with this is a lot of times people be like, oh, well, like I didn't necessarily feel like the same burn that I do with other exercises. But the thing is, what do you think kept you from being able to lock out? It's triceps.
Right.
There's nothing else that could be the limiting factor there from you locking out.
100%.
And so what happens is when people don't feel a burn and they're trying to do a triceps exercise, or they don't feel a burn and they're trying to do a biceps exercise, they're like, oh, well, it must not have been working. It's like, no, it was. You just aren't used to not burning out those muscle groups.
Yeah, so great point. Words stuff so well. Yeah, absolutely. The first video you made about me. The first video I was technically
in a body fat video?
No, it was before that.
Oh no. What did I do?
It was random.
Was it bad?
I won't lie. I reacted like it was hate at first.
What did I do? What did I do?
I was just in the background of your video. And you say when you notice the creep in the background and you like zoomed in on me and I was just in the background and like you called me like a creep. But you ended up DMing me. It was like, hey man.
It was a joke.
Yeah, that was just for jokes.
Yeah, I would never, ever have made that video in a serious manner. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's just like, I didn't know how to, I didn't know you. Like, I didn't know your humor and everything. I didn't know your personality. And so I was like, this dude hates me. I don't know what I did.
No, it was the exact opposite.
But then I realized I started watching something. No way.
Yeah, no, I looked up to you at that point, and I was like, this will be great. He'll find it funny, and because I knew you were a jokes guy.
I talk about him to you like a good bit. It's like I like you because of how blunt you are and you have your humor in there. Dry humor is like I love it.
Okay, but you were just like in that instance, it seemed like it might be serious.
Yeah, that was before I followed you or anything. I honestly, I kind of knew of you. I've seen like 1 or 2 videos, but I didn't know you. I think it was because I'm a skid person. I was like, he probably doesn't respect me.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I didn't know at the time.
I always look at your physique and I'm like, dang, that guy looks sick.
But I was like, I definitely have to bring that up.
No,
but,
I was always jealous because I'm like, dang, this guy stays like shredded all year and he looks great. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. Like,
but yeah, well, I'm not putting on as much muscle as everybody else. So.
All right, you look great though. Seriously.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Seriously.
Workout, do you listen to music? And if so, what do you listen to?
So this is gonna sound absolutely insane. I don't listen to music.
Are you just strictly thinking about the workout or like your own inner thoughts? Like think about random stuff?
So I used to listen to music every time I worked out because I didn't like working out.
Yeah.
I used to listen to music while I ran because I didn't like running.
Yep.
And then once I started enjoying working out, I realized that I didn't need the music to motivate me anymore. Because it was like the music got me hyped up in order to do something. And I was like, wait, I actually love this. Like, I don't need the external hype in order to do it. It just became a distraction.
Yeah.
So I stopped listening to music and my gym lifts have been better, but I don't feel like that's the case for everybody. I feel like some people like really the music gets them in the zone and gets them feeling good.
Yeah.
For me, I just start thinking about the music and I'm not actually doing what I should do.
Got a very logical thought process behind that.
Are you a music guy when you work out?
I always have it on, but sometimes I won't lie, like if I turn my music off, I may just wear my headphones the whole time with no music.
Yeah.
I've definitely, I get distracted, like I focus on my sets, but I get distracted a lot in my own head.
Yep, explode up. Yep, good. Explode up. Yep, good. Come on, up. Good. Let's go. Good. And one more. Come on. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Yep. Lock. Good.
So what's funny? What I noticed you do, and like some people are telling me not to do it, but I always tuck my chin and then drive it back.
So like I've always been of the opinion you should do what feels natural to you in order to exert the force that you need to, as long as it doesn't compromise the movement.
Yeah.
People overanalyze all those aspects. What we're really trying to do is we're trying to do elbow extension.
Do you think? I've also worked out with like Eric Janicki, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think he overanalyzes?
I think he has a very particular way of training that's worked very well for him, and I enjoy doing workouts with him. It's fun for a nice change of pace. And there are actually some ideas, like we worked out the other day. There are some ideas, like I said before, like I'll take stuff from other people and like implement it if I see it's good.
Yeah.
So like there's stuff that he does that I'm like, doesn't really do much for me. But then there's other things that I would never have thought to try before, and I'm like, that actually worked pretty well. Like, yeah, I'll implement that. So it's not like the whole session I'm like, oh yes, like everything about this is good. But because he's thought through so many things, there are a few things that he'll pick up on that I'm like, and I'll try it, and I'm like, yeah, that actually did help in that aspect. So I think I like it when people overanalyze sometimes, because then what that does is that causes me to challenge my thinking a little bit. But once you do know what you're doing, then don't overthink it. Like once you've figured out the movement pattern you're supposed to do, now it's just time to work.
Yeah.
Once you've figured out what your form is, now it's just time to work. And if you're constantly trying to adjust it, that's when you start to run into trouble.
That's good. Yep. Attaboy. Drive. Nice.
Oh, now I was thinking about my head position because of what you said before.
No, dig it. No, you're good. You're good. Full stacking.
Pretty light machine, to be honest.
Are you sure?
I've never tried a split stance on these.
Really?
How come you do that?
So, okay, what I found was as my triceps got stronger, it got harder and harder to just have a smooth balance there. So all I do is I split stance it and I drop down in. That way, like I'm literally, if you take a look at my angles, I am actually below it because of the fact that if I come too far out, now I have to hold it with my abs and stuff, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I take and I come under it so that the weight is going directly through here so that I don't actually have to hold it down at all.
Where do you come at? Right here?
So even further forward. So basically what I do is I do this, I put it in here, and then I drop down.
Okay.
When I drop down, the weight drops with it. So I don't have to like pull it down.
Yeah.
It's just I sink. And when I sink, then I can just start pulling.
Very interesting.
Good.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oof. By the way, he caught a full stack light.
You were consuming that content, but when did you start creating content?
Since Vine.
Oh, really?
So it's funny, I have a weird history. So I started on Vine, strictly humor. Didn't really get no motion. I have one viral video, so I had like maybe 4,000, 5,000 followers when I started. Or sorry, when Vine ended. Because you know Vine, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came to an end. And so I was like, I guess. So I would just make funny videos and send it through Snapchat to my friends. Just to give them a laugh, and maybe they would talk about it later in school the next day. And then TikTok came out. I started posting like humor stuff again, kind of like Vine, and had a couple viral videos. 2020, I kind of had a little following, and then I started posting baseball content. I ran up my TikTok to about 180K, and so I was a baseball creator at first. And then I started doing, I had 2 accounts. I started doing fitness, my first BFAUG Fitness. Yeah.
What year would that have been?
2021. I think I really started the gym content, and then it was just humor. It was just humor. Like I wouldn't even talk. It was just like I would put text on the screen, funny sounds. I would act it out, and then 2021 I started. Then I started advancing a little bit more with the skits and everything.
Okay.
And then I started doing separate channels to where I would do posing and just kind of yap to the camera. Yeah. And so I just kind of learned more and more about social media. But that's kind of my history.
That's crazy. Because like I'm newer to the content game.
Really?
Well, I shouldn't say newer. At this point, it's been a little bit. But like typically when I talk to people, I'm like there's guys who I'm talking to like 18 years old. They've been in the game for like 2 or 3 years, and you've been like legitimately posting since 2017.
Oh, yeah, I've always wanted to do this since I was like 15, 16.
And you are?
Yeah.
That's sick.
100%. So
that
it's like my
sick.
day. Like if I go all the way to the top, one of my first videos, my Vine should start popping up. So very silly stuff. Like this is way back when. Look, 14.
Oh my
When Vine Magic was a thing, I was making fun of it. That's stupid. That was 2014. And then this is my first viral video. That was also my first viral video on TikTok because I reposted it. It's when your friend can't keep up, bigger friend, he has to run around.
Bro.
And so that was 2014. Wow.
Guys, look at young Brody. At this point, at this age, I was not even remotely close to considering content.
I've always loved it. So my brother and his brother actually, they used to do trampoline wrestling. And so like WWE, but it was called XTW, Extreme Trampoline Wrestling. But they would also do like skits and just make like dumb videos, really dumb videos. And I remember watching it on YouTube back in the day, and I was like, I kind of looked up to my brother in a way.
Yeah, of course.
So he kind of got me into it. I was like, I want to do that with my friends one day.
No way.
And we would always talk about it like, hey, we're going to make a YouTube channel one day. And I was the one who went and did it.
Yeah.
And then now all my friends are in my videos. That's who you see. You would see in the skits.
No, I always admired that.
Yeah.
When I would see you make your videos and you had recurring people who were all your friends that were in it, I was like, that is so sick.
It's just me and the boys making dumb videos. Yeah. Like nobody else does. I guess really. I mean, there's some people, but like Louisiana, South Louisiana, nobody did it. Nobody did. So like we kind of like I was the one who was gonna do it eventually. I don't care how long it took, and I had to go a different avenue. But gym is where I really like solidified it.
Good for you, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
I noticed you don't come outwards much, so you come like right here.
It's just what's comfortable. It's not a purposeful thing. Nice. Nice. Yep. Good. No, because similar to what I was talking about before, with people hyper-analyzing everything, I'm like, okay, is the movement good enough? Yes. Now push it hard. So when you're like, I noticed your hands, like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I know that what I'm doing is I'm doing what my body feels is comfortable in terms of extending the elbows. And if that happens to be a little bit in, it happens to be a little bit in. If it happens to be a little bit out, it happens to be a little bit out.
So I was really interested where you finished, and like you come like kind of like right here.
Because what I would do is I would see these people, and because I tried it before myself, I would see these people who would take and they'd like spread it apart. I'm like, well, that's not, your triceps not doing something extra by spreading out like this. At that point, you're just internally rotating and getting other things involved. So just take your triceps to where they feel comfortable. And if I straighten my arms right now, this is where they'll finish.
You talk very well. Is every one of your videos one take, or do you do redos ever?
So typically I press pause and start, but only because of the fact that it takes out unnecessary pauses. So it's not because I need to, like if I wanted to, I could just rip it off in one take. The reason that I do the stop and pause is so that it actually takes out the breaths. Because I see people, they'll do their videos and then they're like, okay, that was like a minute 30, it could have been like 50 seconds if you just took out the...
100%.
So that's the only reason. But yes, I can, like, if I really want to, I can rip the videos off in one take, no problem. There are some people that I've done collabs with and stuff where they're just like, I just go. If I blunder partway through, so be it. I'll just keep going. It's the same thing with my overhead extensions, because I would start and I would have myself here, and then I would notice like I'm like this and like moving around a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, this is here. This is fully stable. So all I do is I just take and I put my butt against it, and what that allows me to do is that allows me to just stay fully locked in here and just focus on the elbows extending.
No, guys, I'm not gonna sniff the POA.
But most people's overhead extension ends up dropping a lot in weight. And the reason for that is actually because of all the external factors where they're having to stabilize. You'll find that if you set yourself up properly with this, you'll probably be able to do very, very similar weight to what you did on your regular weight.
So
maybe 7.5 less, maybe. But it'll be very similar, if not the same.
And then how far you drop down?
You don't have to drop down. Because the whole point is that your butt's just against the bar, and now you just extend overhead. Nice. There you go. Good. Typically when people move to an overhead extension, they get weaker. Your strength level's the exact same there.
Very interesting.
Just as strong. Good. Nice. Yep. Good stuff. Good. Yep. Good. Beautiful. Nice. Good. I'm telling you, everybody's like, so there was this long time for a while where people were like, overhead extensions don't work the long head of the tricep. They don't work the long head of the tricep. And I told people, I was like, they were basing off of one study, which we could talk about the flaws of the study, but that doesn't even really matter at this point. And I was like, guys, do the math. If I can take and do an underhand tricep extension with this amount of weight, and then I can take and do an overhead tricep extension that's stable with the same amount of weight, you're telling me that I'm able to do that with only 2 of the 3 heads of the triceps, when the other one's working all 3 heads of the triceps? How would that make any sense? And the long head is the biggest one. I'm like, so you're telling me that suddenly I took out the biggest head of the triceps and I'm moving the same weight? It doesn't make any sense. Clearly it's working well in both. I don't think I've done a dumbbell lateral raise in at least a year.
Let's go.
We'll see. All right.
Do you know why it won't let me focus in the mirror?
Just catching a dumbbell.
Dang. I gotta ask you a question after this.
Do you do partials?
No,
or you would call it that?
Leave it so we can do more sets, more quality sets. How much do you weigh?
Right. 155 to 160.
That's a crazy amount for the technique that you used for your weight.
Interesting.
Are your shoulders a relatively strong point on your physique?
I don't think so.
I was not expecting that strict a form. That's very impressive.
Interesting. I would consider myself more weak on lateral raises.
Compared to who?
Maybe because I had a big breather.
I was saying, compared to who? Like, ooh. So I actually I don't know how you feel about this, but I actually like if I do dumbbell presses to actually have them elbow supported. because I find, especially when a person's not used to, like, because I don't do a lot of dumbbell pressing.
Yeah.
So especially since I haven't developed the coordination demands as well, my shoulders are capable of outputting a lot more than what I'll do on a dumbbell press.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I'm just stabilizing because I'm not used to that motion. So if I have somebody supporting my elbows, I'll find that even if they're not like pushing up hard, I'll be able to take and increase the amount of weight and load that I use by like 10, 15 pounds, just because I'm not having to worry about that lateral instability.
Right.
A spotter, but like you actually like have your hands on my elbows the entire set.
Okay.
So it's like you're not actively like trying to push up. You're just keeping the elbows from going side to side.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, I hate dumbbell presses. My gosh. Why are you doing this to me? Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep. Yep. One more. One more. Up. Good. And done. Well in. Well in.
I don't know if I'm changing over.